Hi everyone, this is Pastor Ernie with your thought for the day. Today's thought comes from Philippians chapter 4, and we're going to be talking about contentment. And I'm going to ask you, are you content? Look at verse 11 of chapter 4, and we're going to be going from 11 to 13. One, you're very familiar with this passage, verse 13, but let's look at the context. You might not be so familiar with that. Paul speaking, he says, I am not saying this because I'm in need, for I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. Notice that again. Paul says, I have learned to be content no matter what the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need. I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all things through him who gives me strength. So here the Apostle Paul is talking to the church in Philippi, and he's talking to them kind of about some of the trials he's gone through. I mean, Paul's gone through some tough times. Paul has been stoned. Paul has been beaten. Paul has been shipwrecked. Paul has been starved. Paul has gone through things that you and I will never face. And yet, he says this remarkable thing. This is so remarkable. He says, no matter what I'm going through in my life, I've learned the secret of being content. Can I ask you a question? We're all going through something right now. You're going through something. I'm going through something. Have you learned the secret of being content? Whether you go outside your house, whether you get to see your friends, whether you get to eat at your favorite restaurant, whether you get to go do what you want to do, the movies, bowling, whatever it is you like to do. Have you learned the secret of being content even if you can't do it? I mean, we're not having a big trial. We're not talking about like our parents going through World War II. We're just talking about a little isolation. We're talking about staying in our homes. But are you content with that? Have you learned the secret of being content? I'm convinced that Paul says that he's learned the secret of being content because his relationship with God is so strong. His relationship with God is so powerful that it overrides every area of his life. Even if he's hungry, even if he has to deny something, he's like, well, really, the biggest hunger in my life has been satisfied because I'm connected with God. God is the source of my strength, the source of my joy, the source of my peace, the source of everything in my life. And so whether my body has the needs met or doesn't, whether I have my social needs met or not, I've learned to be at peace and content because I've learned how to tap into God as my all-sufficient one. I pray today and every day that God will help us learn that secret, to connect with him so that we can learn to be content no matter what. God bless, and until tomorrow, may God shine his grace upon you.